Welcome to part 2 of the series, bench press. So this may not be obvious, but the bench press is probably the most technical lift, besides maybe a sumo deadlift. But there's so many cues, so many rules to go into it. Like where the other ones you just pick up the weight or go down with the weight, pick it back up like squat. But the bench press is more than that. The setup is way more important. There's parts of it that no, like you wouldn't seem are important, but there are, like leg drive, your shoulder retraction, neck placement, pinned shoulder blades, the descend, the bar path, all that. So first thing we'll go over is the setup. What has been made clear to me by my coach and what I take very seriously now is the setup, and specifically my foot placement and my hand placement. So once my feet or once my butt touches the bench, my feet don't move, and once my hands touch the bar, they don't move. So what I like to do is I like to pick a certain spot next to the bench. So you'll see me look down, at the bench like this, looking down at this, basically lining it up, and I don't move from there. Then I'll sit on the bench, back up to it to grab the bar, and then from there I initiate my arch. And a lot of people think arching is cheating. It's not cheating. It's putting your shoulders in a safe position. They think it's cheating because we reduce the range of motion. Like, yeah, we reduced it a bit, but it's like an inch or two. It's nothing crazy. If you don't set up your arch, what you're basically doing is leaving your shoulders rolled forward, and that's why everyone talks about the infamous shoulder pain whenever they're benching. So it's very important to arch your back. Okay, so we'll go through my setup real quick, and I'll talk you through it. So I'm gonna swing you over to the front, and we'll see that. Okay, like I was saying before, I usually come up to the bench and I line it up to the edge of the bench. And it's kind of important that you have a consistent bench. So like this setup doesn't work on a commercial gym bench, but it always works on a TSS bench, and it usually works for road benches as well. But I set up my feet here, right, and then I sit down. My feet are not gonna move again. They're gonna levitate, but they're not gonna move. So what I'm doing now is put my hands on the bar where I always grip. That this one's not gonna move. Now I'm here. This one's not gonna move. And a lot of people set up just like this, right? The way I do it is I come out and I get on my toes so that I can basically slide in. And what's important is my neck placement and my shoulder placement. So I get all the way in here and then I walk my shoulders inward, and then I unrack. I bring it forward where my chest is at, and I drop my heels, and then I drop my butt slowly so I don't lose tension. And from there, I'm constantly pushing myself back. I'm pushing my butt up towards my shoulder blades. And since the weight of the bar is all on my shoulders already, that's not gonna move. And I can just constantly push up against my shoulders from my butt. So the way I do that is called leg drive. And the most important cue I can give you for that is, imagine your feet are glued to the floor, but you're trying to push your toes out the front of your shoes. See, I'm pushing it out of my shoes, and I slide back. Another cue a lot of people use is imagine you're doing a leg press. You're sweeping your feet out that way. So besides that, I'll try to show a side angle right here, but notice the neck placement. I try to keep my whole back of my head to my neck, all in contact with the bench. So from the head all the way down to the rear delts, all that is in contact with the bench. And then I bring down my butt and everything's sliding forward. So those are your 2 points of contact on the bench. Okay, here again, hand placement. And now look at my neck, flat with my shoulder blades down as well. I'm under the bar, now I unrack. Heels down, butt down, and now I can bench. Okay, so next up would be the bar path, and this really depends on your form. For example, I wide bench now, and specifically I bulldog grip, which basically means I turn my arms out that way. So the bar path is pretty straight to my chest. Versus someone who close grip benches and neutral grips, the bar path is gonna come lower down and kind of swoop. But the important part about bar path is it goes up the same way it came down. And that's the easiest way to know if you misgrooved is, did that feel the same going up as it did coming down? And a lot of that it can be from not controlling the weight down or trying to bounce the weight off your chest. Which is why in competition we have pauses to demonstrate we have control of the bar. So I'll do a quick one, then you'll see my bar path. All right, I'm ready. I don't know if I forgot to mention this, but like all the other lifts, you're bracing for the bench. Reason is, if your spine is not strong, the rest of your body is not going to be strong. You're not going to be able to hold the proper positioning. So you want to keep a brace. It's not going to be like bracing up for a squat or a deadlift, but you'll definitely be more stable that way. We got Mitchie back here. You want to say hi again? This is part 2.
Hey, part 2.
Hey, part 2. Okay. So hold on. First, we're going to work on your setup, and then we're going to work on the press. So first thing about the setup, what do you think it is? Your feet placement. So you want to have it uniform every time. You want to eliminate all the variables, right? So you want to basically line up your feet to where you have them every time. Is that how you do it? Yeah? Okay. Cool. So next thing would be?
Bar over your eyes.
Grab the bar. At the same spot you always grab the bar. Right there, a wide grip. That. Shout out to wide grips. Okay, now you wanna set up your arch, correct? Okay. So notice how I was saying some people set up just like this versus I swing. So it's completely normal to set up just off under the bar. Cool. Go ahead. Okay. Brace. Yep. Unrack. Now you're gonna bring it above you. Yep. Yep, perfect. So basically, you did really good, as normal, as usual. No, nothing but. Like obviously, your arch would probably change over time.
I feel like I need to push my feet in more.
What do you mean?
Like I had them out here, but
yeah.
I feel like they were too far, so I probably.
Yeah, so you can play around with stuff like that. Okay. So like I started with my feet out here all the way, and now my feet are all the way back here. Yeah. And they're wider now too.
Arch. Oh, okay.
That's not for the arch. That's just for my leg drive.
Yeah.
But typically girls do have them farther back because you just are more flexible. That's why I was trying to get back there too, to elongate my arch as well. And you'll get there too. That's just thoracic extension in your back, which is basically here in the upper back, higher. That's your thoracic spine. So that's what's involved in the arch for the bench. It's nothing in the lower back. The lower back basically stays flat. So over time, your thoracic spine will elongate more, so you'll be able to have more extension. So that's where you see those girls with the huge arches, which again does not decrease the range of motion that much, and it does put your shoulders in a much more advantageous position. I would play around with the feet more because you were wiggling them as you were setting up. My biggest thing is don't move your feet. Once your butt touches the bench, you should not be moving your feet. Okay? And just actively try to push out of it. I think I told you last time, imagine trying to push your toes out the front of your foot, out of your shoe. Yeah, that's the biggest cue I can give you. A lot of people say, pretend like you're doing a leg extension, like sweeping your foot out. And that's literally, your goal for when you're leg driving is your shoulders are pinned on the bench with the weight pushing you down. Sorry. So your shoulders shouldn't move anymore from where they're at. But your leg drive is pushing your butt towards your shoulder blades, right? And that's what's increasing your arch and what's basically locking you in. Cool. That's it. Part 2.